All right, Schlockmeister fans, we're going to watch something that used to be called The Last Horror Film. On DVD, it's called FANATIC. Let's check it out. Our movie starts with a busty babe in a hot tub getting fried. Somebody's electrocuting her. Turns out it's a movie theater, and Joe Spinell, who plays Vinny, our star, is watching the movie. He wants to be a movie director, and he's having a dream here.
And it is Mr. Vinny Durand.
For you to be thinking about
Joe Spinell's real-life mother plays his mother.
Why don't you be happy just driving the cab?
Because I got talent, Ma. I'm gonna be a great director someday.
Don't yell at your mother.
No, appreciate it.
So he's obsessed with Jana Bates, and she's going to the Cannes Film Festival, so he decides to go too.
Yahoo! Ride them, cowboy!
And Jana Bates has arrived. And he's filming her because he's filming his own movie and using her as one of his actresses without her knowledge. Now she's married but separated.
Yes, it is true. Alan and I are in love. And I happen to think he's a wonderful director.
So where does that leave Brett Bates?
Well,
Mr. Bates is still Janet's producer.
Look, I know she's there.
He's trying to call her a
I've
hotel.
got to talk to her. You tell her she better talk to me because I'm going to make her the greatest actress that ever lived. I've got the perfect movie for her.
Look, I don't know who you are, but if this is about a script...
That's her husband.
It is about her.
I produce all of Janice films, and I don't read anything unless it comes through an agent.
I don't have an
Got
agent,
that?
but
Some flowers for Jana with a note.
you've made your last horror film. Goodbye.
Huh.
What a strange note.
So she's going to meet her producer husband at his hotel. She might be in for a shocking surprise. Turns out someone sent him the same note. And apparently someone is filming this.
You know and
The police find nothing though when they search the room. They think it might be a joke.
I swear he was dead. I know. I've seen enough fake blood to know the real thing when I see it.
Okay, you've had...
Then he finds some topless babes on the beach and they shun him, of course.
Forget it, girl. He's just like a little boy. He doesn't want to play. He just...
Hello, Mom?
Hello, Vinny?
Listen, Mom, are you sitting down? Because I got great news for you. Janet Bates is going to star in my next movie. It's all set. I'm producing and directing.
Vinny,
It's a big
are you
lie,
sure
of
you're
course.
making a movie?
Another note.
Thought he'd run out on me. The sly bastard. Disappearance, my ass. He was setting me up the whole time.
So he goes to meet Jana's husband.
You've made your last horror film. Pretty frightening, Brett.
And now, the early morning news. Local police in Cannes have asked for help from Paris following the discovery of the mutilated body of famous agent and entrepreneur Martin Bernstein, who...
By the way, that's great.
People are scared.
There's a maniac running loose in this town, and I'm obviously on his list. The note I got is exactly like the note Brett Bates got, and he's missing.
So those two go to a place.
Stanley?
Come on, Suzanne. Up the stairs.
She finds his body, and of course that means she's next. All while being filmed. Finally, Vinny figures the best way to meet her is to just break into her place.
Please don't be frightened. I won't hurt you.
Please, get out.
Oh, no, you don't understand. I'm wrong. I've been trying.
I said get out. Now. Get out. Get out. Get out.
Stop.
He breaks a bottle and seems to threaten her.
Who's there? What's going on? No! His face!
These bits?
They think it's a publicity stunt. Obviously, she gets away. And she's pretty shaken up by the ordeal.
Yes, thanks for letting us stay, though.
What was it that went down in Cannes anyway?
These are real shots from the 1981 Cannes Film Festival.
And hidden among the garbage outside of a restaurant kitchen. Authorities are now admitting the anonymous threats received by all the victims before their disappearances were not a publicity stunt at all, but
Jana is supposed to get an award tonight. And somehow Vinny's able to sneak in and hit her with some chloroform. He's gonna kidnap her.
This prize is awarded to an actress playing in a horror movie. So it's my great pleasure now to call Miss Jana Bates.
She ain't coming. Instead, she's gonna be in Vinny's Dracula movie.
Now, my beautiful bride, in the presence of this human sacrifice and fire.
But it's all
But
over
wait,
now.
Jana's husband shows
I
up.
think it's time I paid you both off for helping me get rid of all those insulting bastards.
He's the real
What's the matter,
killer.
Janet dear? Surprised to see me? Yeah, it's me, your loving ex-husband. On film. Fantastic footage. It would have been my final opus of horror. And when this creep showed up with his obsession for you, I had the perfect fall guy.
Well, Vinny interferes and tries to save her, and then he attacks the ex-husband with a chainsaw. But is it real?
Vinny, I'm really proud of you. You finally made your movie.
Thanks, Ma. This is the last horror movie I'll make.
And that's how it ends.
Let me tell you about my next picture. You got any fake macaroni?
No.
Anyway, I have this idea. I go
Vinny.
into space. I'm out there all
Vinny.
alone. Janet Bates and me. We're there in space. Anyway, what about
Vinny.
swashbuckling movies? Anyway, I can think of...
Vinny.
What is it, Ma?
You got a joint?
All right, let's talk about The Fanatic, otherwise known as the last horror film. I actually rented this movie from a place called Lloyd's Record Store, or Records and Video. I don't know, Lloyd's Video, I guess it was called, in Two Rivers, Wisconsin. They rented some movies, and the last horror film was one of them. I had it on a beta tape with a couple other movies. Ended up buying the pre-recorded VHS tape of it years later, and now on DVD we have it as The Fanatic, put out by Troma. I think other people may have put this out as well. I think there's a UK Blu-ray out there, but this is what I got. So anyway, the movie stars Joe Spinell and Caroline Munro, who this is the third movie they did together. They also did Maniac, of course, and Star Crash. They were in that one together as well. In this one, Joe Spinell plays this guy who is obsessed with Jana Bates, played by Caroline Munro. Jana Bates is an actress, and she's off to the Cannes Film Festival in France to promote her latest movie. So Joe Spinell, who's a taxi cab driver in New York City, decides to go to Cannes as well because he has this desire to become a film director, and he wants Jana to be in his movie, and he's obsessed with her. Of course, he has no connections with anybody. He's never made a movie before. He doesn't know what he's doing, of course, but nonetheless, he wants to try. So he brings his own film camera there, and he films Jana whenever he can see her, like getting off of an airplane, he basically blends in with the paparazzi. And what we don't know is that he's taking footage of her and using it for a movie that he plans to make, starring Jana Bates, I guess without her knowledge. So that's what he's doing in Cannes. And the next thing you know, all kinds of people associated with Jana, like her ex-husband, the producer, director, these other people, they all end up getting killed by some maniac who's running around the Cannes Film Festival killing people. And of course, we are led to believe that it's Joe Spinell who's doing this. He's obsessed with her. He's already called his mom back home and said, I've spoken to Jana. She's going to be in my movie. We have a lot of interviews to do, that sort of thing. Of course, it's all bullshit. So he's clearly crazy and obsessed. So obviously we think he's the killer. Eventually, at one point, he actually kidnaps her right before she's supposed to win this award, chloroforms her and takes her away and puts her in a coffin because he's filming this Dracula movie, and she's going to be a victim. And then just as he's filming the climax of his film, suddenly her Jana's ex-husband, who was a producer, I guess they still get along somewhat, shows up. and turns out he's actually the killer, and he's been killing these people, and he's now going to set up Joe Spinell. He's like, man, you walked right into my hands. You're a crazy guy. I'm going to pin this all on you. Well, a confrontation occurs, and ultimately, as the movie's about to end, we suddenly see it broadcast on a screen. And in this screen, it's a screening room where we see Joe Spinell and his mother watching this. So it was like a movie within a movie within a movie, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, so did all the things that happened in the movie, were they real? Did they happen? I guess I don't know. So anyway, that is The Fanatic, otherwise known as the last horror film. Got a few nude scenes in here. Kelly Monroe does not get naked. I don't know if she ever did actually get naked in any film, which is too bad because she's a stunningly beautiful actress. I think this was the last movie that Joe Spinell did where he was the star of the movie. I think. I'm not sure about that. But anyway, that's The Fanatic. Again, I don't know if this has been released in a better or higher quality DVD than Troma did in this country. If there is, I'll put that link down below. But whatever the case is, I'll put a link down below. Other than that, it's just basically a typical 80s horror movie. It came out in 1985, I believe, but it was filmed in 1981. In fact, they filmed this movie in France during the actual Cannes Film Festival. But they apparently did it without any permits or anything. They just started filming stuff around there. So you can see actual movie posters of actual films that came out that time, like For Your Eyes Only. You can also see celebrities such as Kathy Lee Crosby and Chris Christopherson in some of the scenes. So anyway, that is it. I will leave a link down below if you're looking to buy it. And let me know what you think. Leave some comments down below. Watch it. It's Fanatic, the last horror film. Bye.